What's going on, everyone? It's Rifle here, and thanks for checking out this Destiny video. Gosh, it's been a while since I've actually said that. And there's a good reason why I stopped making Destiny content for a while, but I have to say I'm going to be back on board. The reason why I stopped was because I was simply seeing Bungie and Activision being sellouts, and I wasn't going to support a game that I was thinking was a scam. Now, we all have our opinions on this subject, so if you disagree, that's okay. Hopefully you guys end up enjoying this video though. The main reason that chain reacted me to make this was because of the new recent trailer reveal for Destiny 2 Year 2, The Forsaken. And while as you guys may have heard, some features we all loved from Destiny 1 will be coming back within the DLC.
The new weapon system.
Hey, if you like Destiny 2, great, play that way. But if you like Destiny 1, great, play that way. But if you're crazy, why not 3 shotguns, right? Just for the fun of it.
So randomables are coming back. Every single weapon is going to feel different when it drops. And we're improving the mod system, so you can customize your weapon the way you want it.
And of course with many new features as well. I will say I'm on board at the moment. This is like a Taken King DLC all over again. But I will be completely honest with my review when it comes out, like I was with this game of Osiris. I'm not a kiss ass with Destiny, and I don't plan to be because I don't want to support something I feel is a money grab. In Destiny 1 though, I had many great memories, and I'm hoping so much The Forsaken isn't just a money grab. I'm hoping they actually put some of their soul into the game instead of it being like soulless developers in it for just the money, if you get what I'm saying. In this video though, as corny as this may sound, I thought I'd bring us all together by going over some of the good times with Destiny. Hopefully some of you guys remember these because these were good times for me, and I'm sure these were good times for many other Destiny players as well. You're definitely going to relate with these, especially if you've been around since the beginning. But if you're not from the beginning, this will help fill you in on some of the amazing times. I do go over some bad things as well in this video too. So let's see. I guess the first one I'll kick us off with will be the loot cave on Earth Patrol. The legendary freaking loot cave. Everybody was wanting to grab those legendary engrams. Engrams have always been an important piece with Destiny. It created the gamble feeling of getting something valuable that other players might not have, or just getting your hands on like a god roll weapon, which we don't have those anymore in Destiny 2, but they're soon to return. I'm excited for that. It just creates more grind time. I'm telling you guys, I'm sure a lot of the original Destiny players can agree with me. Back in the day, finding stuff was a lot harder than it is now. The grind has simmered down quite a bit for valuable loot. Anyways, on that note, many Destiny players, including myself, spent hours farming here at this loot cave for engrams. And the engrams would just continue to pile up in this cave where the thrall would keep coming out of. And the interesting part about this area was once Bungie ended up patching this place, I believe it was one of their very first patches they ever did, they added a cool little Easter egg for players from the beginning who got to experience this to look back on. And also for, newer players to stumble upon it and be like, wait, what is this? You could find a pile of bones in the cave after the patch, and if you go to scan it, it would say this.
A million deaths are not enough for Master Raoul.
Yeah, newer players would be pretty confused on why these bones were here, but people that experienced this loot cave from the beginning understand what these bones meant. There were so many thrall taken out in this area farming for engrams. Anyway, so for the second good memory in Destiny back in the day was being able to push Atheon and the Templar off the ledge with grenades. You could easily take out the Templar with this method, and you could easily own Atheon solo with a couple of solar grenades with the Warlock. If any of you are around from when the Vault of Glass first launched, I'm sure a lot of you could agree it was not so easy at first, but of course it became pretty easy after a while. I mean, as you can see, the first raid, the Vault of Glass, ended up hitting into the Destiny universe 7 days after the launch. I don't know exactly what it is with the number 7 in Bungie, but yeah, it officially came into the game 7 days after Destiny came out. I mean, if you think about it though, a lot of players were still low level when this Vault of Glass just came out, or just didn't have good enough gear to be able to fight Atheon and go through the whole entire raid with. So those people, that wasn't high enough level really, or just didn't have good gear, or just didn't have the max amount of players, would definitely take advantage of this glitch. And I'll admit, I was none of those, and I still took advantage of this glitch. It just made the grinding so much easier. All you had to do was have a Warlock throw a couple grenades, and bada bing bada boom, Atheon would just fall off the ledge. There you have it. Get your rewards. Next one I have for you guys was before the DLCs ever released in Destiny. We ended up learning that some of the DLC environments were already in the game. They were just behind a paywall. This was figured out by glitching to the DLC areas. For instance, as you can see here, we are in the House of Wolves DLC area before it was even out yet. I made a video over this a long time ago. Well, it feels like a long time ago. It's only been a few years, of course. But yeah, here's another example I had. Except this time I was in the Dark Below DLC before it was even out. This was the DLC that came with the Crota's End raid, in case you guys don't know. When more players ended up figuring this out though, the developers did get a lot of hate. A lot actually is an understatement. Let's just say the players were not having it. Anyways, this next one is another raid boss glitch people would do to get easy rewards. This was patched fairly quickly though, if I remember correctly. The reason why is because it did blow up, but players were able to freeze Crota being down. How this was done was by the host going to dashboard mid-game when Crota was down, then if done correctly, when the host migrates to someone else, Crota would end up staying down and you just re-invite the original host that had to quit out. And then once he or she ended up rejoining, you could just take out Crota and get the rewards without Crota attacking you or transitioning back and forth whatsoever. It was literally that simple. It was not even a fight. He basically just gave up and got on his knees. Sure, I mean, doing this glitch and the Atheon grenade glitch were cheap and didn't feel as rewarding, but this helped so many players grind out the weapons and armor they really wanted. I will say it definitely helped save a lot of players' time. And I'm sure a lot of original Destiny players remember these and are thankful that they were figured out into the game. At least I was. You know, to me, saving time is extremely important. But like I said before though, this Crota's End glitch blew up around the community, so I'm sure a lot of you do remember this one. So for this next one I have for y'all is the perk armor piercing rounds. Back in the day of Destiny, before players started abusing this perk, you could shoot through walls. But cheeses were created with this perk to easily take out bosses, and also it was being abused in the PvP world as well. Eventually Bungie just got tired of all the complaints and ended up removing that trait from the perk, but kept armor piercing rounds as a perk in game. It just couldn't shoot through walls no more. So yeah, in case some of you didn't know, this was the true potential the perk had at one time. And keep in mind, the perk only worked with snipers to shoot through walls. Okay, so for this next one, a lot of you may not relate, but then again, a lot of you may. Playing Trials in Destiny 1. I truly got into that way more than I did in Destiny 2. I don't really know why, to be honest. I just wasn't enjoying Destiny 2's Trials than I did when it first came out in Destiny 1. I was freaking addicted to it. And how I know I was really into it, oh, I would rage. I would have some good raging moments, and I'm sure a lot of you guys did as well. But going flawless for your very first time felt freaking awesome. And also taking players that haven't went yet for the very first time, it just felt really good. I wasn't the best player, but I spent hours trying to help players. I will admit that. Hours. Some people may know that watched my Twitch back in the day. I don't really stream as much nowadays though. Okay, so for this last good memory that I had in Destiny 1 that I wanted to bring to you guys, and maybe some of you also had some fun with it, was the Infinite Super glitch. I absolutely loved this glitch when it was first released to the public. Believe it or not, I did chain react this to get around the public a lot. And a lot of players ended up having fun with it. The thing is though, you could only do it when you had a Sparrow. It involved using the Sparrow for some reason. So yeah, I ended up going through the whole Vault of Glass with infinite hammers. That was a lot of fun. I ended up going through the whole Wrath of the Machine with infinite hammers as well. That was also a lot of fun. If you guys want to watch those videos, or heck, any of these that I'm pretty much showing in this, I'll leave links down below in the description so you guys can check them out if you want. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to bring to you guys in this Destiny video. Something to just look back to the good old days with Destiny. And heck, maybe some interesting conversations and comments could be stirred up down below in the comments section. I don't know about you guys, but I was so much more into Destiny 1 than I was with Destiny 2. I'll be completely honest with y'all. But right now I'm really looking forward to the Forsaken, and I can't wait to see some Twitch reveals maybe sometime in the future or something to really get a gist of what is actually going to be dropping. I don't want to get my hopes up too much right now because, you know, Destiny has swindled us out of our money in the past. But let's see if they're trying to make up for what they have done in the past with this one, because they have lost a lot of credibility with a lot of their fans, such as myself, for one. But yeah, That's about wrapping up this video, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. And if you could, maybe drop a simple like on the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, though, peace.